So we're here at Feast Hinckley. It's another brilliant event that the Borough Council puts on to get loads of people into the town. There's some fantastic stalls and loads of food out there. There's also loads of activity for families to do. There's some bike riding. There looks like to be a big bouncy assault course down there that we might give a go to a bit later on. I might need to take the chains off though. It's wonderful to see everybody down here. The sun is coming out and we're going to have a fantastic day here at Argents Mead, right in the town centre in Hinckley.
This is the first time we've been, or the first time I've been, and I'm just amazed. I think the quality of the stalls are really fantastic, the food's amazing, great atmosphere, brilliant, love it.
Yeah,
really
great.
Good for Hinckley.
Really good, love it.
Hiya, it's Heidi from Rumba. I've been to Hinckley event 3 years now. It's my favourite one of the year. I absolutely love all the stall holders. It's so friendly. Everyone loves the cocktails too. They come and have a really, really lovely day, listen to the music and chill. So it's my favourite event. So yeah. Thank you.
So welcome to the podcast. My name is Cllr Robin Webber-Jones. I am currently the Mayor of the Borough of Hinckley and Bosworth, and today we're going to spend some time talking about all of the fantastic events that go on in and around the borough and in and around the town, and there's been loads to look at and talk about over the summer, so we thought we'd start there. Joining me is the leader of the Borough Council, Councillor Stuart Bray. Hello.
Hi Robin. Very exciting.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about some of the things that have gone on in the last couple of weeks in the town centre.
Yeah, well, literally we're hot off the heels of both the Feast Hinckley event and the Snapdragon event. Now, two very different things, pitched at different people probably. Feast Hinckley is a massive food festival. We've had it for about 7 years now. I think we've just missed 1 year because of COVID, but apart from that, it happens the same weekend or similar weekend every year. It's a big food festival. Mostly local vendors, caters for every taste, both vegan, vegetarian, mixture of cuisines, and it's brilliant and it's very well supported. This year the weather was absolutely brilliant for it. Last year was a bit less so, but even so it was still packed out even when we were stood in pouring rain last year.
Every year I've been, it's been absolutely packed out, and I think that, there's music playing, isn't there? There's so many people selling produce as well that they've made, small businesses, all the rest of it.
And the great thing is they're mostly local as well.
Yeah.
70% of them come from in and around the borough. So
as well as probably eating far too much, I also got laden down with loads of produce to take home and start cooking with and things, which is great as well.
Another important thing about these things is we hold them right and smack in the middle of the town centre, so that we can try and attract footfall through the town and give the town a boost in summer weekends where perhaps people have gone on holiday and don't go there. We put these things on so it attracts more people into town.
And it's really, so as mayor, I kind of went along with all the mayoral regalia on and all the chains and things, and had quite a few people coming up to me going, isn't it just fantastic that the town does this, and to see all of these people together. So it was families, it was couples, it was young, it was old, all coming into the town, sampling all of this, as you say, local produce and maybe trying stuff out that they wouldn't do normally, but also increasing the footfall into the town, because again, there's some great shops, and I think we're kind of really blessed with Castle Street and all the area around it in the town itself. So tell us about Snapdragon then.
I think you should tell me what. I think you should talk about Snapdragon. You were the one in the sandpit with the kids.
I for a long time now, I've been sort of children and young people's champion in the borough. I think Snapdragon is an amazing festival. So it happens around National Play Day, which I think that can kind of move slightly each year. But this year it was brilliant because we went straight from Feast into Snapdragon. And it is aimed at children. It's aimed at bringing families in, and actually, it's an event where during a cost of living crisis, when things are expensive, when you can sometimes, I guess, be wondering what to do with people, with children during the summer holidays, and my two are off school at the minute, so we spent quite a bit of time thinking, what do we do in the summer holidays? It's just a fantastic free event. There was storytelling, there was poetry, there was puppetry, there was making models out of junk, there was an Olympic theme on one of the days, and I got to go in the sandpit as well.
And you're king of the dad dancing, we know that. Yeah.
Well, Snappy, the dragon, the Snapdragon mascot, does do a couple of mini discos every day, and he and I both requested the Macarena as the first dance. It's the one I've mastered though, so there we go.
Yeah, I don't forget, of course, that last year we were highly commended in the Leicestershire Tourism Awards for that, for Snapdragon as well, which was particularly proud of it. And as you say, I think, from my point of view, I think it is brilliant that during a cost of living crisis where perhaps families have not been able to take their kids on holiday, perhaps they've not been able to afford to do it, having some activities where they can bring them into town for next to nothing is absolutely brilliant, and I'm pleased that we do it, and we will continue to do it as long as I have a say over it.
So this is Snapdragon Children and Families Festival for 2024, on for 3 days in August this year. We've had lots of people attend, thousands of children and smiley happy faces. All the activities are free to have a go at. So it's a great opportunity for children to come down and play. So we've had new for this year, we've had a calm corner. So there's some wigwams down there, some sensory aids. So if you need a quiet spot away from the event, you can go down there and chill out. We've got local author Joanne Stewart with her crab Tigby. Not a real crab. She's been here in our rainbow tent doing stories and crafts, hiding little tiglets around the mead for children to find as well.
Hi everybody, my name's Jojo. I'm the author and illustrator that has been at Snapdragon for the last 3 days with my wellbeing crab Tigby. We've had great fun storytelling and doing therapeutic art workshops with the children, and if you want to know more, check out Tigby on Tour. Thanks very much.
Hi, my name's Leanne Plummer. I'm from Active Together, and we run a project called the Active Mums Club. We're here today at our very first Snapdragon event. We're really excited to be here. There's so many great organisations here and things to do for families, and we're really excited. So we're actually here for the mums today, so pregnant and postnatal mums who might want to get a little bit more active. So we're really pleased to be here today, and we hope we see you. But if not, you can, if you miss us today, you can contact us after the event at our website, activemumsclub.org. Get in contact with us, and we've got loads of stuff happening in Hinckley and Bosworth.
And I think it's also just, you know, on all of these events, you know, be that the Soapbox Derby, be it Snapdragon, but, you know, whatever it is, having been through COVID and had, you know, those couple of years where actually socialising and mixing and bringing people together was really difficult. It reminds you how important community is. And I think certainly in terms of Snapdragon, for children, young people, families, for them to be able to come together and socialise in the holiday is really good as well, you know, and again, brilliant facilities around Argents Mead and things for that.
Yeah, well, look, after the financial crash in 2008, the council had to make some really difficult decisions. I took the decision back then, along with other colleagues, that we would keep the events programme, because of course it could have been something that we don't have to do as a borough council. We do have to empty the bins, we do have to process plan applications, we don't have to do events, and it's something that I thought was really important that we keep, because of, like you say, the community, because of bringing people together, giving people something back for their council tax, but potentially, you know, as they see it, as well as the services that we do have to provide. And as you say, it's not just these two. We do proms in the park, which is packed out. We did a special thing for our 50th anniversary this year. All the stuff around Christmas, and the Christmas lights thing is absolutely brilliant as well. And you know, look, that's the next big event, I guess, on the list that we're looking forward to, with a few smaller ones in between.
Yeah, and that thing that you describe around community, and you particularly, you know, in the role I currently have as mayor, it's a huge privilege to see people coming together and so many people wanting to do things for the area. And I think there is one thing that, you know, a council can do, and that's to help bring people together, help to facilitate that, help to kind of celebrate. And you know, it's just great that so many people from industry, you know, and trades and sellers and stuff get involved in events as much as, you know, the borough council pulling it together and organising it all. And I think, you know, we've seen what happens when you take that away. That's really bad for people.
So if people are wondering what other events are coming, you can sign up for our email updates, and also all our websites, the Hinckley Bosworth Borough Council website, it does tell you about where you can find these events. I'd really like to hear from people what they like and why, and if there's anything that else they'd like to see in the programme. I would say we're probably at the capacity of what we can do, so if we do something different next year, then it probably means we'll have to not do something else. So, there's a bit of that trade-off, but if people have got any ideas of other events they'd like to see, then please get in touch.
And but as you say, we have done some things for the 50th birthday of the borough this year. So it was a great party that we had in Hollycroft Park. I got to dance and sing there, so there we go. That was a torture for some, but I enjoyed it. So there we go.
Torture for many, I think.
But there are some exhibitions and other bits and pieces going on around the borough for all of that as well. So I guess if people have got stories and things that they want to celebrate over the last 50 years, then I guess we want to hear about that. One thing I do want to know, though, is what's your favourite event?
Oh, I think Christmas lights, it's always good. Absolutely, to see the town that busy and that packed, it's always good.
Brilliant. Well,
what about yours?
Mine? Well, I really enjoyed the 50th birthday party. I think, I'm going to say Proms in the Park. I enjoy Snapdragon, but I like Proms in the Park because it is packed. But when everybody gets together and starts singing, it sends chills down your spine. It's brilliant. So you've been on the council longer than me, and you'll have seen how these events have changed over the years. Tell us a bit about that. How does that work? How does planning all of that work?
Well, we try and react to what people say. Where people have said there's not enough seating, we've tried to bring more seating in. For example, last year's feast was very, very wet on the Saturday. It literally bucketed down all day, so we brought more gazebos in and things like that for shelter and for people to do. As you say, Feast and Snapdragon go back to back now because we get savings from only hiring the toilets once, for example, and things like that. So we've tried to sort of keep the budget as it is, even though we've put more and more into the events, and we've learned ways to save money as we do them. I want to just say two things. We've got an absolutely amazing team of staff in that cultural services department who put a lot of these events on. So great to them. And also we have some really excellent partners. FOSS 107, for example, supported both of these events. They did a brilliant job. We worked with the Hinckley Bid on doing a lot of the town centre stuff as well. So I want to put my thanks to them as well as our own staff at the council.
And they're all brilliant, aren't they? And the staff at the council are always smiling. They work incredibly hard. And there's also lots of incidental, smaller things that happen as well. So, this year, for example, there was the D-Day commemorations, and there was a small lighting of the beacon that happened at Argents Mead with the British Legion, that the events team and the British Legion were involved in. So it's all of those things, and Armed Forces Day and everything else as well that goes with it. So yeah, everybody works tirelessly, so I'd like to thank them as well. Obviously, there's been loads going on. There's loads to look forward to. And as you said, Stuart, people can just check out on the website www.hinckley-bosworth.gov.uk to get all of the information about everything that's going on, and also to get in touch if they've got any ideas or anything that they would like to see happen.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, and we will be back. We will record another one of these shortly with some of the other things that we're up to as a council. Thank you.